Hi Virgo, how you doing? I'm your Cosmic Auntie, and this is your monthly reading. I hope that it's going to be helpful to you in some way. I hope that it's insightful and supportive. Only take the messages that resonate, okay? You'll know what resonates, you'll know what doesn't, okay? So take what you want and leave the rest. Always bouncing all messages off your own intuition, your own inner guidance system. You know yourself best, right, Virgo? You're the expert of you. So let's get into it. I'm going to ring the bell here, set the tone. Let's go. Virgo. Here. All right, let's get into it. What's coming up for the beautiful Virgoans out there? What can we chat about? Seven of Arrows, insecurity. Okay. Can we get some more information? Okay, so then the King of Bows has come out. It's a King of Wands. This is like the equivalent to like a Seven of Swords, I believe. And then the Wheel has come out as well, Virgo. Okay, so there feels like there's this strength, there's this there's this exertion of energy in the face of change, and the changes that come with the wheel, right? It could be really bringing up some insecurities, or it could be experiencing insecurities, which is totally understandable, right? Change is uncomfortable a lot of the time, and it can be very confronting. With the King of Bows here, there's this presence, and there's this strength, there's this vitality, there's this so I feel like there's this strength in the face of change and maybe even adversity, right? For some of you, so take it how it resonates. Because the Seven of Arrows, the equivalent to the Seven of Swords is tricky energy. It can cause this like experience of like strategy, navigating like tricky energy, just tricky energy, manipulative energy, shady. It also is this opportunity to really embody your own like energy and really like just bring it all into cohesion. With the King of Bows here, I really feel that happening. The King of Bows is very successful. The King of Wands, right? Very, very bold and bright and beautiful and successful and very resourceful and can even be like very forceful. Like there's just this presence. So I feel like, again, I just keep coming back to saying almost the same thing. Like there's this strength, this rooted strength in all of this. And with the wheel here, it's it's shifting, right? The wheel brings shifts and changes. The green woman, so the equivalent of the Empress, also reminds me of you, Virgo. So the way the energy is shifting into a more prosperous, abundant space. Whatever this situation is, it's teaching you a lot about yourself. Which is assisting you in getting to know yourself at a deeper level. And with the King of Bows here as well and the Green Woman, there's this confidence. There's a confidence in who you are, in a confidence and authenticity. So a whole new reality is being born here, is being birthed into existence. There's such excitement and growth potential here. Some of you could even be with this insecurity card, the King of Bows, really approaching you could be really approaching almost I heard a planned change, so something that you've been organizing, that you've been planning for, that you've been co-creating with the universe about, and are at that viewpoint of the change happening, the ball really rolling, it really happening, it really coming forth, okay? Whatever it may be, that could be a project, a trip, it could be a move, it could be literally anything that it's an anticipated change. However, right, when you co-create with the universe, when you co-create with life, you have to leave room for life to do what it do. So yeah, and regardless of how this is resonating for you, insecurities are bubbling up, and it is an opportunity to get to know yourself at a deeper level, to explore those things, but also to feel very confident in who you are with the King of Bows. And doing that, right, exploring yourself, even the more uncomfortable things, at a pace that feels healthy and safe for you, can really help you feel more confident in who you are as well. So the Page of Arrows, the wren, came out. This curious, cute little bird here. Oh, the Green Man at the bottom of the deck. Lots to look forward to. Lots to look forward to. I feel this perky curiosity coming through here with this cute little bird, peering over at the Green Woman and up at the King of Bows. There's just this wonderment, and that's really beautiful, Virgo. That's really beautiful to have, to be curious at how of the unfoldment of things, to really be present with that, right? With the Page of Arrows, this is the Page of Swords, to be present with that, to explore that, to observe it, to be curious about it, to learn about it's cool. This is cool. It's very interesting energy, Virgo. And we've got 17, the pole star, so the star. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. The seer at the bottom of the deck. This is all really beautiful, Virgo. This is all really beautiful. The shift with the wheel is bringing in so much beauty, so much abundance, prosperity, a lot of new opportunity. And there's a lot of opportunity to apply the learning that you have gained through the Seven of Arrows in security card, this energy here. There's a lot of opportunity to apply that wisdom that you've gained in these bright new spaces. It's so powerful. I just heard inner sight come through, and there's just such a deeply spiritual, like, transformation vibe here as well. Like the snakes kind of coming out of their, like, this almost looks like when they're waking up in springtime kind of thing. That's what it's kind of reminding me of. So there's this kind of rebirth energy, getting in deeper contact with soul gifts, spiritual gifts, your inner sight. You're extremely perceptive, intuitive, and spiritually strong, Virgo. It's not here, like, it's giving, the energy is giving like Six of Swords kind of energy, like moving to safer, calmer waters, this like renewal, this healing. And again, there's a lot of opportunity to apply the learning that you've gained through the Seven of Arrows. There's just a deeper awareness here. And then I just heard, like, knowing what to watch for. So whatever circumstance you're navigating or were navigating or have been navigating with the Seven of Arrows, again, that's like kind of tricky energy. Shady can imply, you know, some manipulative kind of energy. It takes a lot of strategy, maneuvering to navigate this energy. It can be very confronting. It can bring up a lot of insecurities because it can mean at times that there's certain projections being hurled at you, right? With the arrows, like just the sense of being hit with projections externally, which come from other people, but they impact us, right? They are painful, even. They're confusing, you know. It can cause insecurity, to question oneself, to feel nervous, to shrink back, the kind of thing. Another thing with the Seven of Arrows, like the Seven of Swords, there's this energy here, knowing too, of like knowing when to leave and to, you know, kind of like leave, especially if there's the sense of not aligning in certain ways, experiencing a lot of projection, and taking your energy and moving away to better things, right? And that can look so many different ways, right? Like when it comes to when I say leaving, so apply that if it resonates and how it resonates. You know, this could be reassessing a certain amount of time you spend with certain groups, or, you know, like moving like locations, making a transfer, you know, even picking, it could be as like picking a different time for your exercise class or something like that. Like, it's just knowing when to really protect your energy and just remove it and move towards better things. And that is what this whole energy is about. Can we get a clarifier for the Seven of Arrows? Five of Arrows, frustration. Yeah, so this has been a frustrating experience. And look at these arrows being like shot, right? Being hurled at this goat. It's funky, Virgo, honestly. That's why I keep coming back to the Seven of Arrows. Everything else looks just so bold and bright and beautiful, and there's just so much hope, right? And I mean, it's all, everything is everything. Life is life. But that's why I keep coming back to the Seven Arrows over here. There's this I honestly, like, it's really like stressful. It's stressful. Five of Arrows and Seven of Arrows. This is, yeah. And then Five of Bows, empowerment. So this, you know, a lot of you could be really standing up for yourself right now. Again, like evading certain, like these arrows, these projections, these attacks of some sort. And I just want to let you know that it's totally normal and valid and understandable to question yourself if you're experiencing like if you're experiencing things that are like purposely shifting the narrative of like your own reality. Like, this is very manipulative energy and also very aggressive. I just keep seeing these arrows as projections, like really projecting certain things on you. Standing up for yourself, like, I don't want this to sound trite, but there is a lot of empowerment that comes from this, because it really, really, really stretches you, and like, you know, it really confronts you in who you really are and helps you root deeper into who you really are and trust who you are and discover who you are. Like, the way that this experience of getting hurled projections at you, being like the center of weird attacky energy, and what I mean by that is like energetically, or like with this, like it could be verbally, like it's like funky. It's funky. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. In short, Virgo, projections are coming from another person, right? They are projections from deep within them, but it still doesn't mean that it doesn't still hurt, right? That it isn't still stressful and really like volatile, and yeah, there's this need to like evade this certain like attention, like this certain, it's like evading it and having to have a lot of strategy Weird. Weird, Virgo. Again, I'm super proud of you in the way that it has only been helping you secure your relationship with yourself, even if it's shaken, even if it is stretched, even if it is being poked at, prodded at, right? It's uncomfortable and it's confronting, but it ultimately strengthens that. If you keep bringing your awareness to the insecurities that are coming up, the stress that is coming up, the frustration, right? Like the challenging emotions that you're feeling, they're a part of you, right? They're a part of you, they're natural, they're normal, especially in lieu of the circumstances that you're going through, to show yourself that grace, right? To think about, right, how you would say to one of your dearest friends who's going through this, right? Like, think about what you would tell them and tell yourself that. It's not forever though. The energy shifts with the wheel. It shifts, it changes, and it changes into such a light and but deep and bright, beautiful, abundant energy, with all this room to express yourself, to apply your new learning, your wisdom, to walk with strength and passion, and your charisma, your authenticity. Okay, the 17, the pole star, this comes after the tower, the calm after the storm. It's hopeful, it's promising, it's wish fulfillment. Oh my gosh, look at that. 6 of arrows transition, so the 6 of swords. Yeah, this whole energy is giving moving into safer, calmer waters, rebirth, renewal, healing. There's movement. This energy is not stagnant at all. So some of you could be, still here in the 7 and 5 of arrows. Some of you might be just feeling like at that 10 of that wheel, the 10, shifting, feeling, the sense of confidence in who you are and the way you stood your ground. And others of you may be really in this like green woman, the star, page of arrows energy, to really be at that place where you're even maybe looking back at that experience and just like feeling really grateful to put that behind you. So wherever you are in the timeline of it, just know it shifts, and wherever you are, maybe you could even comfort each other in the comments, who knows. But there's a churning to it, there's a momentum to it, there's movement to this energy, and it's moving into a space with just like so much room, and a whole new reality is being born. And a lot of healing and time to recover and time to repair and explore this new space. I get this, I just heard like so proud of you. Like, you feel like the universe is really, really proud of you in the way that you've handled yourself through whatever this situation is, has been, was. Repairing the veil, forgiveness. Yeah, suturing, yourself into deeper cohesion. And forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves. Again, linking to that part where we discussed about showing yourself grace. This is tenderly dressing your wounds, tenderly dressing those spiky insecurities, those electrified insecurities, your frustration, to soothe yourself, to validate yourself, you know. And again, for those of you who are really looking back at this situation, feel really proud of yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back that was a way, and that is a way that you tended to yourself through this, to make sure you're patching yourself up. Like, there's this sense of needing to really pay attention and tend to these things in order to patch yourself up and for stamina to navigate, you know, your way out of whatever this situation, you know, again, is or was. And it's weird. It's like there's this attempt to like take you down, but it only made, you know, like, again, like it only made you stronger. It only made you stronger. It doesn't mean that it was okay. It doesn't mean it's okay at all. But the attempt was to take you down. But the result is that it made you stronger, made you more perceptive, more aware, more loving of yourself, more understanding of yourself. Oh, yo, yikes, yikes. It's so, it's so nasty when we experience those kind of things where there's this external energy attempting to like take us down. Like, ugh. I think we've all experienced that, and maybe multiple times in our lives. Like, it's so strange, but it only made you stronger. Let's just like leave it at that. And yeah, it only made you stronger. But the intention behind that is just so uncomfortable, right? When you really realize, like, oh, the attempt is to like take me down, or to blame you for take you down, or blame you for something, or like project upon you. Because like when that happens, right, when projection happens, it's often like rooted in like jealousy or envy or insecurity of some sort, and even admiration and inspiration. But then it gets misplaced as this kind of envious energy. Or, you know, there with the King of Wands here, the green woman, like I'm talking to people who are very, very like natural in who they are, authentic, just absolutely like successful and talented people, and with this humility about it. Again, just natural, authentic, talented, charismatic, very striking, very beautiful people here, very sensitive, very tuned in, very tapped in, and very connected to yourself, and make like original choices and act on original ideas, okay? And that can really trigger people who are afraid to do that. And sometimes, instead of taking that vibe, reflecting on it, and discovering that they're inspired, and to apply that inspiration in a way that's unique to them, they can like project that envy and like crabs in a bucket. Like, it's that kind of energy that I'm sensing here. It's like, okay, one's climbing out of the bucket, but instead they all grab and hold each other. Like, it's that kind of vibe. And yeah, and for some of you, it's giving like major jealousy. And for some of you, like, I don't even like to talk about this energy, but it feels very sabotagey. Some of you might experience some sort of sabotage, projection, attempted sabotage. And like there's definitely havoc that has been wreaked here, but it has not been successful. It has not been successful. And if some of you are still in this energy, it won't be successful. You know, again, not to downplay the havoc that this energy is probably like wreaked in your life, like in this chapter. But, and I hate to focus on it so much, but it's really, I'm really being indicated to, you know, like I'm being indicated to talk about it, because it you know, it might be something that you quietly dealt with for a lot of it, because sometimes with manipulative projection, it's really hard for you to pinpoint it at first. It's like smoke and mirrors, you know, you can't really pinpoint it, but then again, you do, eventually you do, but it's sometimes very subtle and others can't see it, and it's hard to talk about too. It's hard to describe. But again, with awareness being brought to this, the words will be discovered, and you know, you will be able to express yourself more. And again, I'm talking to mostly the people who are like really in this particular energy. For those of you who are looking back at it, there was probably a time where you started to feel that clicking into place of like, oh, okay, I'm starting to like add up the certain data you've collected, the observations you've collected, the feelings that you've paid attention to that have come up, you know, over time, and started to be able to articulate this to others, which probably helped and maybe hindered for some of you, but the right people are there to share this with, because it feels like it gets to a point where it's very unmistakable, even to just like people around those closest to you, but also just like people who are, you know, around. Like, I don't know how to describe this, but like it becomes very noticeable. But it changes and it ends, and there's this clearing of house, there's this cleaning of space, there's this cleaning of energy, there's this shift into a new, fresh, bright, beautiful space with a lot of growth potential. There's healing, there's recovery, right? This energy is talking about transition. So I want to come back to that, like, actually, like just before we get into the oracle cards, because I'm hitting this energy at the transition point, the wheel shifting, you know, the what goes up must come down, and what must, you know, come down must go up, right? That's the whole thing about the wheel. So shifting from down here to up here, it's a gust of freshness blowing you into a beautiful space. And I like love you so much, Virgo, because as much as confronting as it has been, it really shows here that you never gave up on like who you are or what you were doing. Even if you may have questioned yourself many times, there's a sense of staying the course and staying true to you. The celestial rose of Ma, so beautiful. The taste of bitterness becomes sweetness in love. The searching in the dark finds the light of faith revealed in love. Love transforms thistles into jasmine. Love layers heaven and gifts us with wings to soar into its mystery. Love transforms our every thought into a desire of the heart. O love, how divine is your luring, how beauty flows from your unseen face. Your very nature is radiant with joy. You manifest vibrant hues in every flower. Your touch dazzles all creation. Every particle is attracted toward you, longing to unite and dwell in you. Rumi. Wow. The Divine Mother offers me her rose. How rich that gift may be. I tear my flesh on its thorns, and my blood flows. I curse myself for carelessness, and yet, in my desire to grasp this gift, it happens again and again. Then I realize, such is its scent, its beauty. How can I be tentative in my approach? My senses are drenched in beauty, and I long to inhale the exquisite perfume, to reach for the velvet dew of the petals, soft and delicate under my touch. Perhaps I will be scraped and I will bleed, yet that is not enough to deter me, to prevent me from accepting this gift. The magnificence of the bloom renders the struggle to enjoy it as a worthy, noble, essential pursuit. Of course, I understand something so precious must be protected. It must be allowed to live more than this, to thrive. So those thorns are hooks that allow for growth for those that would bear the pain of the ascent to the rose's blooming heart. And those thorns are barbs that keep away those that would consume the creation without appreciating its worth and beauty. Yes, those thorns serve essential purpose. I cannot begrudge them, for I love the rose, and so I love what is necessary for her to be. So I love the thorns too. Wow. A spiritual gift is on its way to you. The celestial rose of the Divine Mother is a precious offering of sacred love to the soul. That love can lift you beyond what you've known, beyond self-imposed limits, beyond the uplifting fragrance of grace. You will begin to think thoughts you have never dared think before. You will feel moved by life, by its sacredness in a hitherto elusive to you. You will feel ecstasy without apparent cause, and you will feel as though every breath is a seductive caress of the heavenly lover. You will be open and surrendered in a way you have longed to be, but in a way you've never known quite how to go about. This spiritual gift signifies the ending of a period of suffering and the opening up to a time of new opportunity, a flourishing and thriving release of your unique soul fragrance into the world. It is a gift worth having. So then, the sticking point is not the value of the gift. The sticking point, the place where one can stumble and place hands to the ground to break a fall rather than to open them to receive, is in the thorn. The thorn is the point of pain. It is what tears at you, but is essential for you to receive the rose. Your thorn may be the love you need to let go of, so you are now open to your present rather than your haunted past. Your thorn may be the fear that if you grow too vibrant and embrace the magnificence of your being, others will shun you out of jealousy or fear and leave you alone. Your thorn may be a constant need to bargain with life, that you shall take one step provided certain unwanted events don't take place, rather than just accepting it and living it as presented to you. Your thorn may be looking deep within the heart and removing a crown of thorns, representative of your suffering over a long, long time, letting it go, allowing the heart to heal. This with a sense of virginal purity to emanate from the heart, realizing that even great suffering has not tarnished its radiance, but only allowed it to grow strong. It's like a nod to you, the symbol for you, Virgo. You're ready for love. Your ready for love heart can now be free from expectation and instead be open to life with curiosity and reverence. Oh, those thorns, they have served their purpose, not in and of themselves, but rather they have provided you worthy of the rose and ready now to receive its beauty and healing and grace. Whatever your thorns are or have been, be willing to deal with them, to face them, and most importantly, to release them without any shred of doubt, shame, guilt, or recrimination, beloved. They have served, and now their purpose has been completed. The celestial rose of Ma promises a gift worth so much more than any pain you are holding on to. So release to receive now. Can you sense the dew-soft petals and luscious fragrance opening to you now? Wow, thank you, Rumi. What a beautiful way to conclude this reading and to wrap up this energy. Oh my gosh, I'll show you this card one more time. Thank you so much, Virgo. I hope that this was helpful to you. This is really beautiful energy. And I'm so proud of you, and I send you so much love as you step into this beautiful, new, prosperous, abundant place with your beautiful gift of the celestial rose of Ma. Keep shining, keep being you. You're doing awesome. I'll catch you in the next one.